All right, so there's going to be three different directions that we're going here, and they're going to be loaded with the barbell. You're probably going to want to start with just the barbell, no weight added, but we're going to be going into flexion, extension, rotation, and then also lateral flexion. So one of the big things on these is that we're going to want to be moving very slow. The actual reps that I prescribe will be very low, so we want to really try to put our focus on moving segment by segment throughout these exercises. So you'll notice here, this is the spinal flexion. So I'm going to start from the sacrum there at the bottom, and from there I'm going to try to actively flex the spine and roll up segment by segment up from the sacrum through the lumbar, through the thoracic, all the way there at the top. And then once I get there, I'm then going to reverse and go from top down. So now once I'm fully flexed, and again, this is active flexion. We don't want to just kind of let ourselves curl. We want to actively pull ourselves into this flexion. When we reverse it, we're going to start there from the thoracic spine, and we're going to try to actively extend segment by segment from thoracic down through lumbar and then into the sacrum as well until you're kind of at that fully extended position at the end. So that's the first one. Flex to extension, you're going slow and you're trying to actively pull and feel one vertebrae at a time. Kind of notice areas where you get stuck, where your spine feels like it gets stuck, and spend a little bit more time there. The second one is going to be rotation. So barbell on the back once again, and then you'll notice that I have a ball here in between the legs to keep, I'm going to be squeezing that ball. You can also use a foam roller to keep those knees in kind of that lower half facing forward. And then I'm slowly, actively pulling myself into rotation. And again, this one kind of helps to demonstrate how we want to spend a lot of time on these, where I'm actively, slowly pulling myself into rotation and trying to pull as far as I can. Okay, so that's rotation. Last one is the lateral flexion. So on these, you're going to start with the shoulders parallel with the ground, and then you're going to think about, in this instance, my right hip, I'm thinking about that not swaying to the left at all, but staying right there where it started. And then I'm actively trying to unload the left side of the back and compress the right side of the back. So I'm doing both of those where I'm trying to actively pull down to the right and actively extend from the left as I keep those legs absolutely stable underneath me. And then once you get to the end, you can just return to the top. So those are the three. We got the active flex to extend, the active rotation, and then the active lateral flexion to both sides.